Noor Soombit from Somalia. So first, I am overglad and absolutely delighted to attend this international conference, high profile. So I was invited to talk about like something which is cross-cultural. Since I'm from international student, this will not be more into like research paper, but since this program is all about international conference, I was asked to talk about my culture and what are the similarities between the culture of Africa, Somalia, and India. So me, Noor Soombit, I have done my undergraduate. If I give a little something about my background, I have done my undergraduate in IIIT. Now I have done my postgraduate in India. So I can proudly say I can consider myself a product of India's educational system. So because of and now I'm also doing MBA under Indian government scholarship. So I will talk about, I'm from Somalia, a country that most of you, when you heard, something will come to your mind. What comes to your mind? Maybe unfortunately we are associated with piracy, problems, these things. Because of the mainstream media, which are like overshadowing the history of Somalia. So I will say about who are the Somalis, ethnic group which are in East Africa. Predominantly they occupy in Somalia, Djibouti, part of Ogaden region in Ethiopia and Kenya. So I will talk about the culture we have, what is centered to our culture, and what are the dances and other similarities we share with India. So Somalia, an ethnic group native to the Horn of Africa, primarily residing in Somalia and Djibouti. Somalis are mostly nomadic, like we are known for the pastoral lifestyle, which is the tribal lifestyle. Most of Africa, you know that Africa is mostly pastoral, like those nomad lives. So one thing which is very central to our lifestyle is the camel. Camel is like, I can say the camel is the center to the Somalis culture and the societal norms. And one benefit is that the camel has in Somali culture is that we do two things with the camel. Mostly in marriage, when at the marriage time, in our culture, the family of the groom will go to the bride family and they will give a number of camel, like to the family of the bride, so that we use for marriage purpose and also we use for blood money. Because some places in Africa, there is no, suppose India is almost a developed country. There is police, there is governmental system in everywhere. But Africa, there are villages where there is no governmental system. There is no police, far villages. So people use camel as a way to resolve their conflicts. Suppose someone is killed. When someone is killed or an injury happened, the family of the criminal, they will go to the family of the victim and they will give camel in a way to compensate to the victim's family. So that is one thing. That is our location where we locate Somalia. Most of you know we have that longest coast in Africa, and we locate in East Africa. East Africa are like Somalia, Mauritius and Madagascar are two island countries in the middle of Indian Ocean. Most of you are very familiar with it. And Ethiopia, Sudan. So why we have, since we have the longest coast of Africa, this misconceptions of pirates arise from there. But this is just little about Somalia. There are untold stories which are hidden from the mainstream media. Our government collapsed in 1991. I will tell you how Somalia's economy is thriving and amidst of adversity. Somalia, more than 20 years, there was no functioning government. When our government collapsed, even last 2 months ago, I was in a conference organized by the Minister of External of India in Kolkata, where since I am under Minister of External of India, I was requesting them to reopen our embassy, the Indian embassy in Somalia. Because India left Somalia in 1991. Since 1991, India never came back to Somalia. They operate to our neighboring countries, Kenya. But now there is a suggestion that India again will reopen their embassy in Somalia. So the private industry or the private sector is booming, mostly the telecommunication. When it comes to telecommunication, we are leading in Africa. And that's something I can say we are very proud of it. And one thing else, India and Somalia, the cooperation and education and maritime challenges we have. Somalia and India have been long friends throughout history. One remarkable thing is that our current president is Indian alumni. He graduated from India in 1980s. He graduated from one university in Pobal, I think I don't know, is it Pobal? I don't know how I'm pronouncing it correctly or not. He graduated from India. So you can understand the good history between India and Somalia. And moreover, due to the time constraint, I will not say more about that. I will just conclude that I'm so happy and so overwhelmed by the opportunity that I was given to present in such high-profile conference. I'm grateful to the organizers of this conference, International Office, the great professors who are conducting and making the facilitating this program. I'm hugely privileged to be here and have this opportunity. It was all about to show the culture, but due to the time constraint, I will not go more on this. I will just come to the end where I will say Somalia is a nation with a rich cultural heritage and remarkable resilience, which often overlooked due to the widespread misconceptions about the mainstream media. But I will feel proud if any one of you want. Most of you are from anthropology or something related to history. Anyone who wants to know something about Africa or the tribal life of Africa, I'm here in Utkal, and I will be more time in Utkal also. I will be happy to help you and assist you any research about that, how the culture of Africa is, tribal life of Africa. Some similarities can be there in India and Africa because Africa was colonized by the British. Same thing, we have Nelson Mandela, you have Mahatma Gandhi here. So there's a lot of common things we share. And again and again, I'm so grateful to you. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much.